What's up, Squash Force? Welcome back to a new episode. Today we're going to be talking about stability and stabilization. Stabilization is obviously a really big part of the game. Stabilization is extremely important when it comes to movement. Not only movement, but also the shot quality we hit. So I'm going to be going through a few tips for you guys today that will help you work on your stability and stances and squash, which will improve your overall game. So yeah, if you guys are new to my channel and you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed yet, please do like this video if you enjoy it, and let's get right into it. All right, so tip number one. This is basically our T stance, right where everything starts. This is a bit of a difficult one because everyone's T stance is so drastically different in squash. Not drastically, but every T stance is different. But I encourage you guys to find what works for you and go with that, right? So sometimes to get good stability, a lot of players like to be a bit lower, have all the muscles embraced, kind of a bit lower to have like the glutes firing a bit, the quads working a bit, and then on your tippy toes. This to me is kind of a ready posture, meaning from here, you're ready, you're on your tippy toes, you're ready to explode anywhere. And if you have that first step of being ready on the tee and getting off well, the rest of your movements will automatically be smoother as well. There's a lot of players that are really relaxed, that have like a tall stance and then go into a wide split step. But as they're going into that split step, again, they're braced, stable, and core. So just make sure that when we're on the tee, we're not having our racket down or slouching. We're somewhat ready and on our tippy toes, maybe slightly bent, but play around, see what's comfortable for you, but make sure you're ready. You're not just doing random things. Your racket's up and you are actively ready to take that first step, right? So, tip number two, we're going to be working on our preparation and incorporating our weaker hand. We can use our weaker hand to stabilize ourselves in squash and use it to stay balanced, okay? So if I give you an example, and I'm not using my left hand at all and I'm shooting, I don't know, I don't feel like there's a lot of stability here, or it kind of feels like there's not much going on. If I'm actually using this hand to kind of go opposite direction, you're keeping yourself a lot more balanced and stable. So if you guys are just letting your hang there, I don't feel like you're getting much rotation. If you're actually using this hand, it helps you rotate and stay stable in the last part of your preparation. So definitely start using this hand, get it out there, use it for balance. Again, feel around and just see what works for you, but definitely give it a go. Secondly, get that racket up early, okay? If we are moving to the ball, and then as we're already moving, have to pick our racket up, there's a lot happening, and sometimes through this process, your movement will be compromising. So if you're getting late to a ball and you still have to pick up your racket, obviously you're not going to be balanced. You can't focus on being balanced and moving well, all right? So these two are extremely important. Racket up and using that other hand to balance yourself, to gain more stability. All right. Now we're coming to the advanced stuff, which is actually when you're moving, once you're off the tee and you're moving to the ball. Two really important things I want to discuss with you guys here. Firstly, when we're lunging to a ball, our back leg is extremely important, okay? Because what we don't want is to lunge and for this leg to lose its position. We want the back leg to be grounded, okay? So if I'm going here, I want this leg nice and grounded, and from here I can balance, play a shot, and I can be right back in a step, in a second. But if I'm going in and this type of thing is happening, you're off balance, you have a hard time coming back to the tee, you're gonna have a hard time going for the next ball, you're gonna be in a constant rut. And this fatigues you so much. If you're not balanced, stable, or moving well, throwing yourself around like that and being unbalanced and just rushing all over is going to fatigue you so much more. Now, you also have to see what works for you. If you're a tall player like me, I can kind of feel out what works. I can go pretty far into a lunge, be stable, and come back to my original position. If you look at Asal, for example, it's ridiculous how low and how deep he gets in a lunge and comes back onto the same foot, right? But if you're not built like that, or if it's okay to just go run to the ball closer and just take a shorter lunge, if that means you're going to get more stability, because the stability is so important and we don't want to compromise on that. This one, guys, is hugely important. It's pretty simple, and if we're getting this right, I'm pretty confident that you're getting everything right. But all the other tips help you get this right. In squash, when we're lunging to the ball, moving, we always want our center of gravity to be down the middle. That's what being balanced is, that's what being stable is. So that's why it's so important, right? Now, the biggest thing here is the fact that we want to come down straight when we're going down. If I'm lunging here, I want to come down straight, right? That means we're getting into the hips. What often happens here is that people don't go down like this, they lean down with their back. If I'm leaning forward like this, clearly my center of gravity is going all the way forward, and from here, my back leg is going to not be grounded anymore, as I told you. You're going to be rushing back to the tee, and you're getting that vicious cycle of not being balanced, rushing around the court, having no time, which leads to poor racket preparation, which just leads to everything being bad, which is why I make so many videos on movement, which is why I emphasize movement so much. So guys, work on getting down straight into those hips, right? Don't lean, keep the center of gravity in the middle. If you manage to do this, you're gonna be stable, and if you're stable in squash, you'll feel fitter, stronger, your shot quality will be better, and this is how we can start dominating games and start winning our matches. I really hope today's video helped you guys. If it has, please do me a massive favor and subscribe to my channel. I'll be making more videos like this, and yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time.